At Kinnick Stadium in Iowa City. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Cornhuskers offense as they take control of the football first. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse.
Caught, and he's got room.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
On the option. He slides down, and he's got enough to convert the second and short.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
Got a little grass. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs. Might be calling a hot route. The run inside. It's Nelson. Oh, he's got some space.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They'll go right back to him. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Looking for a gap. It's Nelson. The stop, the start, the juke, everything in the bag as he gets to the 29. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's blocking run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And they said to us in the meetings leading up to this football game, really wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, run the football. First drive, this is exactly what they're doing. They're getting what they want. This defense has to get better at the point of attack.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
And this offense has really gotten to a nice rhythm here on their opening drive of the game. Running the ball, getting it down now into a goal-to-go sit.
Makes the catch! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Nebraska!
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the field 75 yards and put 6 on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Hawkeyes offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And here are the guys who make it go. Just an outstanding offensive line.
And having that unit in front, man, that big offensive line that you can trust is so important when you're trying to bring along a freshman throughout a football season. Like, there's going to be mistakes. He doesn't know what he doesn't know yet. But, Palmer, you want to settle him down? You want to give the best version of him to this football team? Protect him. Run the football. And this offensive line can do that.
I agree, David. I think this offensive line helps the head coach and his offensive coordinator just sleep a little bit easier, knowing they've got a young quarterback back there. But because of that experience and the physicality up front, they're going to give him the best possible chance to have success in this game.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Give running right, it's Kamari. Gets away from one, finds some space. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. Might as well give it to him again. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. Fakes to grab. Breaks a tackle, and he continues to fight for yards. Touchdown, Iowa! He got loose, and it was lights out after that. Looking for the tie with the extra point. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
He'll bring it out. It's Hunter. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Calandria. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Got it done in the passing game on the last play. Let's see what they do on first down. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. First play of the period, first down here. Running inside, it's Ives. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Going to try to get it himself. They make the stop, but he knew exactly how much he needed and where he needed to get for that first down. The Huskers will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run play action. Quickly out to the tight end. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers, it freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run, and then the big...
Snags it, and there's running room. Got enough space. Touchdown, Huskers! And they take it in for 6 more points. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So a drive there of 84 yards. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Hawkeyes offense heads out to start this drive. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They'll send the tight end in motion. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Firing deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Hawkeyes will call on their punt team. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. So the Nebraska offense heads out to start this drive. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Barney. They forced ahead just a bit, not a lot working with the Wildcat there. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Pressure coming. It's complete to the right. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
God, he's annoying to play against. You think about it as a defense, I'm trying to cage you in, trying to keep you in the pocket, and then he's just whoop, 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 spinning all over the place, getting outside the pocket, making plays, and then you got to go chase him again and again and again. Just wears you out.
It's on target and complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. Back to pass, it's Calandria. The screen, and watch out. Hard-hitting tackle.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Being chased. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. Kinnick is having a conniption fit to try to help the D on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. He's got it. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Looking to throw on 1st down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Timeout called by the Cornhuskers. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Finds his man. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. The option look. The pitch. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! Great job by the back on the option.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the 1st half.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking to throw on 1st down. Going for it all. Makes the grab inside the 30. Into the house. Touchdown, Hawkeye.
Man, textbook how you end a 1st half. You're trailing. You need to put a drive together. Great job using all of the clock, getting the TD, and you want to talk about creating some momentum going into the half and knowing I get the football, so everything trending in the right direction.
He'll start the return inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Delayed handoff. It's eyes. Makes it past the marker. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country. And the Huskers will kick it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa has the ball back on offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Give running right, it's Malton. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
I know this defense feels like they missed some opportunities. Yeah, they had 2 sacks their last game out, but they feel like they left a bunch more out on the field, and they wanted to try to get to the quarterback in this game. That was finally the first time they registered a sack so far here. Curious to see how this pass rush looks the rest of the way.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Man, it's so hard to keep a rabbit in the cage. That He's going to scramble around. He's going to make plays, and when he gets outside the pocket, you're just trying to get a hand on him. How about getting a hand on him, forcing the fumble, and recovering it? Great job by the defense continuing to chase that QB.
Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking for a man. It's Calandria. Grabbed in the middle. It's Nelson. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Got it behind the line. It's Hunter. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. They'll give it to him again. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense?
And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
On target. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska!
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
And here comes the Iowa offense ready to go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to end. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
I personally love aggressive defense. I love it. Bringing the strong safety down, blitzing that sucker in there to get the quarterback. Boom. Get that guy on the ground. Nice aggressive play call by the defense.
Got it set up on the outside. And the screen goes nowhere. They stop him for no gain on the play.
Really good job by the defense being disciplined. They sneak the running back out. You see it. Keep outside leverage and go make us tackle in space on a guy that's used to breaking tackles, used to making plays.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Turns it loose deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. The Hawkeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Following that last play, there is an injured Cornhusker who is still on the field. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. Finds the tight end. Turning it on! They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They'll stop the clock to have a look at the injured Hawkeye. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary. The Huskers will snap it on 1st and 10. The RPO, fire complete to the left.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
The Cornhuskers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll move the wide receiver. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Nelson. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. He might want another play. Makes the grab on 3rd. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. Well, this game is all but wrapped up. The Week 13 scoreboard for the top 12 teams in the country looks like this. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Gives it on the option. There's a crease. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. And the Huskers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Back to throw, it's Calandria. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He leaves it with his back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Play number 9 on this drive. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. That defense, a wall, and I think they're going to stop him a little bit short of this first down. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm.
Touch! Only in the Hawks! Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Bringing the heat. Gets away. Hit as he throws. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
No harder position to play in the ball game than the offensive line. You know, tonight in this game, you're down by a lot. You know you have to pass the football. Man, it's a tough job to protect up front, and they definitely struggled on that.
Brings it in down the left side. Wide open spaces. Touchdown, Iowa! He got a step and just dusted the field.
And that is exactly what this offense needs, man. They need that clock to stop. They need to make big plays and score. Their defense needs to join the party, get some stops, and the passing game continue to be hot, and they might get back in this football game.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
That's such a nice start to this drive, too, because you've got the lead late and you want to run the football. You want to be physically dominant. The defense knows you're going to do it, and still, on the very first play of the drive, you're able to rip off a long run like that. Great vision there and a nice job up front with the surge by the O-line.
These Hawkeye fans know exactly what to do to get behind this D on 3rd down. To the air, it's Calandria. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The Huskers will punt it away on 4th down. First one of the day is on its way. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week, only called on once. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. The Hawkeyes offense heads out to start this drive. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Intercepted, a turnover in their own territory. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
You really got to be impressed with the defense here late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job, not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it now to get the win.
And now this offense will take the field again. They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. And the Hawkeyes will hustle to the line.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Nice move to pick up yardage. He's knocked down short gain, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry. Wants to throw on 3rd down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And the defense got it. Takes it in. Touchdown, Nebraska. They've built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory.
And, man, how awesome is that for the big fella? And he wasn't going to just fall on that loose fumble. He decided to scoop it and score, and David shows off the athleticism.
I mean, we were born to do more. We just grew out of the running back body, but we were really all running backs at heart. It's just hard when you got to go that far because you're running out of oxygen. You could tell the gas tank was low, but the big fella getting the touchdown.
They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton. Breaks the tackle. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Offense in an empty set. Tries to do it himself on the draw. Powers through the defender. Slides, avoids the punishment, and picks up the first down.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
A little floater there that falls incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Again, it's Malton. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on fourth down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games starred. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.